Hey kids, Alex here in the west end of Toronto at the Queensway and South Kingsway. Just got off the 77 Swansea bus. Very short ride from Runnymede Station. Though I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the entire full ride because, you know, the route kind of goes like all over the place. It pretty much like heads down Windermere Avenue, then up to South Kingsway, and then a few side streets, and then meets Windermere again. But I thought for this walking video, we'll go up the entirety of South Kingsway, which pretty much begins right here at the Queensway, which of course becomes Queen Street, as you head east deep into the old city of Toronto. But it's a beautiful autumn day, not so chilly. I think it's like 10 Celsius. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Though, let me check. Let me see if I'm correct with the temperature on this. Today being Wednesday, November the 9th, I think. Let's check the weather right now, especially for all you Americans. I want to see what that is in Fahrenheit. So it's 12 Celsius, feels like 10, not so chilly. What is that in Fahrenheit though? 54 Fahrenheit. All right. I think that's what I'm gonna do from now on. You know, state the weather in Celsius and Fahrenheit. I wanted to do a video in this neighborhood like last week. Actually, I came to Runnymede Station last week, but that week, you know, the city was experiencing all that friggin' radiation fog, and it wasn't really suitable to just film a video here in one of the city's most high-end neighborhoods. So there's the Gardner Expressway right there. But I'm not going to zoom in as there's somebody walking behind me. But anyway, today's a perfect day to do this, so why not? I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a walking video today. There weren't doing like drilling at my apartment building, but I figured, okay, I got some time. I got most of my stuff done. Let me just go out and do one walking video. I already filmed the run on these 77 routes, well, half of it anyway. And then right after this, I'm gonna head home. Well, actually, I'm gonna head to Fortino's at Lawrence Square. Here's Ripley Avenue. So this is the former village of Swansea, which was annexed into the city of Toronto. Can't remember when. I know I did some like slight research. I think it was like, I don't know, like late 1800s, early 1900s. And this is an area that I've never really... Actually, this is my second time on the 77 route. I remember 5 years ago, it was an August summer day. My mom and I took the 77 route to this intersection. We kind of got lost trying to find our way to Sunnyside Beach, which is just to the south of here. I think my dad and I might have driven around here a long time ago. Cause I remember seeing this road it's actually one way, so you can't like head out this way if you're heading north. But oh, that was loud. Nevertheless, this neighborhood has a very interesting topography, a lot of hilly terrain, so you might be walking uphill for a bit. And I think to the left of me is Humber River, which borders the old city of Toronto to the east and Etobicoke to the west. This neighborhood is also next to High Park and Grenadier Pond, I believe. I don't know if there's ever pond around here. I'm not so familiar with this area, but checking the map right now. Yeah, so the Humber River's on the left. There's Riverside Drive. That's a pretty interesting side street. It goes like downhill one way. Could have provided some amazing views heading down there, but didn't really want to. Wait till this guy passes me and zoom in on the street sign here. This walk should probably be about 25-30 minutes. Bloor Street isn't too far from here at all, so... You know, I thought of doing a little, like, video around, just me meandering around the Swansea neighborhood. But, not a lot of, cross streets that They go from like South Kingsway, Windermere Avenue. But since South Kingsway is one of the main arterial roads of this neighborhood, I thought it's perfect. Let me just do this. Yes, some of the leaves have started to fall completely. Yes, because the fall. We've been having the foliage for much of October and a bit of the first week of November, but winter is upon us. Even though that is actually not until the end of December, just before Christmas. But either way, by the end of this month, we probably may get our first snowfall of the season, and maybe even see all these trees become leafless. Here's Ormskirk Avenue. This is where the 77 bus turns. I was on 7938, which is an Orion 7 OG diesel from 2006, I believe. Again, this neighborhood was a former village which got annexed into the city of Toronto. And it really has a mix of these high-end single homes, bungalows, all sorts of stuff. Like some of these bungalows here, for example, that's mostly stuff you would find. Those are mostly homes you would find in like more parts of the West End, even like York, typical. But still, every characteristic is kind of different. And you got a little like hilly terrain to the left of me. Look at this, another typical bungalow. It's stuff as I'm trying to, keep going with the flow and ignore people looking at me. Feels like I have it almost every time I'm doing a walking video, but it's rare. And this is a busy street too. Look at all the cars. They were definitely heading up to Bloor Street, because I think that back there, I think that was either an on-ramp or an off-ramp, or even both from the Gardiner Expressway, providing a a direct connection to this neighborhood. Of course, some of the houses have either been rebuilt or built as like new. And yes, there's a black squirrel, eastern gray squirrel on a garbage bin. This is like the fifth one I've seen in this neighborhood. Look, I can't even see his eyes. And he's just looking at me. Like when I was riding the bus, I saw like 4 of them. And yes, black squirrels are very common here in Canada, well, specifically Ontario. Even though they're part of the same species of eastern gray squirrels, the actual gray squirrels they're also pretty common here. But black squirrels, you're going to see them more often if you come here. In fact, they're actually very rare in the United States. Well, look, speaking of which, there's another one just hopping away. Haven't even seen a rabbit as well. Would love to. Because, if you're in neighborhoods like this, with so much grass, what are the chances? Look at this. Nice modern houses. I apologize for the sunlight, though. It's a very quiet weekday afternoon in my books. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the time. It's 1:41 p.m. So early afternoon. I like walking around neighborhoods like these. I'm kind of pretty glad that I live right next to another rich area called Forest Hill, which I think the houses are really much more outstanding than. Okay, I don't even know if I should say outstanding, because look at the design of these. Warrington Crescent. Yeah, as I was mentioning, black squirrels are very rare in the United States, unless you're in like New York City, Central Park, Bronx Zoo. Like I've seen a few videos of black squirrels in the United States, and a lot of people are commenting on saying that they're very rare. They've never seen them before. It's kind of like here it's kind of like when we're seeing like albino squirrels, like the one that lives on my street. So, well, for you Americans watching this, now you know that we are infested with black squirrels. I've seen a couple brown ones as well. I gotta get cavities fixed tomorrow. I got one done last month, but I gotta get like 2 or 3 more this time. I'm probably gonna get none, so wish me luck. Oh, look, little birds just in the air. But sometimes the sound of like a loud rustling just grabs my attention. It could be either a squirrel or a rabbit, who knows. You still got some of the foliage there, but as I mentioned before, it's not really gonna be lasting so much longer. As I mentioned, look, most of these trees here have lost their leaves. Again, getting ready for winter, and it's still early in November. But you know how fast the time flies, but so friggin' fast, and next thing you know, everywhere's gonna be playing Christmas music, especially CHFI, and then all the decorations gonna be everywhere in the shopping malls. Like, last week when I was at Cherry Gardens, the Hudson's Bay had their Christmas trees up, and same with at the downtown Queen and Yonge location, and they unveiled the holiday windows already. Actually, Christmas windows, I should say. I think people who say Happy Holidays are those that don't really celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or anything. Well, I still say both anyways, because it's, of course, just a lot. There's I know there's some of you that don't even celebrate Christmas, but still practice it anyway. I'll just say Happy Holidays in advance. But also, I hope this Christmas will be a better year, because last year was very shitty. Hey, we're coming up to a traffic light. I got crossed over to the other side here, but I don't know. Look, they still haven't taken down their Halloween decorations. I saw a couple of pumpkins back, behind me. But it's already November the 9th. I think they would have taken down by now and put up the Christmas decorations, which we're 100% obviously going to see across the city. You know what's a good area to do a walking video for Christmas decorations? In the Moore Park neighborhood, which is just east of Yonge and St. Clair, every single house has one of these huge ass inflatable Santas, and locals call it Kringlewood, because of the constant winter decorations in every single house on Inglewood Drive. Johnny's been there before, but since it's not too far from where I live, I might as well take the advantage of that and go when it gets dark. So, might happen. Hey, here's Morningside Avenue. Yes, there's another Morningside Avenue. For those that actually live along the actual Morningside Avenue, which is all the way in Scarborough. Yes, there's a Morningside Avenue here in the west end of the city. There's a lot of old people that live in this area, seniors. I saw so many of them on the bus. And I even see one just reading outside, just taking in the moment of beautiful, clean Canadian fresh air. I'm wearing a spring jacket. I mean, when I left, there was 8 Celsius, but maybe didn't really need to bring it. See, as I mentioned before, the weather here in Southern Ontario is so bipolar, especially in Toronto. But it's North America, and we shouldn't even be surprised. It's global warming. I've never been to any other places outside of Ontario or Quebec, but I've definitely seen pictures of what affluent neighborhoods in Massachusetts where they're like this. Look, I've seen pictures of them. They remind me of Massachusetts areas. What do you guys think, for all my MA viewers? Because just near Boston, you got to feel suburban cities like Brookline and where else? Can't think of anything, but holy shit, is that Bloor Street up ahead? Aren't we done this friggin' walk already? I recognize that Esso gas station. That is definitely Bloor. Okay. Maybe if I get there fast enough, I could keep filming this and walk over to Jane Station, where I'm gonna take the subway one stop back to Runnymede, and then I'll hop on the 79 bus, which is a route I've never been on before. Then I take it to Lawrence and Jane, and then I'll hop on the 52 and take it to the Fortinos there, and I'll just head home because there's some stuff I want to get. So it's a very nice tree. God, I love it. Not a lot of black squirrels in the streets. A lot of them are just on like Windermere Avenue. But South Kingsway is much more interesting than Windermere. I'm very glad I'm doing this walk. And how the hell am I getting like so much time to do all these walking and writing videos when, you know, this is an example of me balancing. I've already talked about this thousands and thousands of freaking times. It's like, now I know how to multitask. Yes, there may be like 1 or 2 deadlines, but I'm already taking 3 courses because, you know, I do not want to like suffer and shit the bed like how my cousin Emily did when she was in her first year of university. She took like 5, and, you know, she told me that she didn't survive anything at all. And I don't know, maybe she won't. I know she's taking the year off, but what if she doesn't go back? What if she doesn't go back to U of T? Who knows? Anyway, that's not really my business to explain, but I think I get the idea. Look at that, scarecrows. Also a Halloween phenomenon. We should probably like take it down, but see, look, more Forest Hill style homes and Cedarville. Yep, that is Bloor Street. We got here pretty fast, eh? And I've been filming for like 17 minutes now. Yeah, might as well continue this on to Jane. Why don't we just do that? And it's very convenient too, you know, because you're just walking distance from Jane subway station, so. It's pretty interesting how we have so many rich neighborhoods, like Moore Park, Swansea. What else? Bridle Path. Well, I don't know if I should count Bridle Path in because that's where all the mansions are. It's like Beverly Hills. What else? What? Cliffside, Cliffcrest? So many of them. And now we're going uphill. I would expect it would be going like a lot of like what, these big hills you would find in my old area, but no. So we walked the entirety of South Kingsway. And it's interesting because there's also the neighborhood to the west of me is actually called Kingsway. And of course, along Bloor Street is the Kingsway BIA, which I did a video on already. Oh, and I forgot, there's also another street called the Kingsway. So it just contrasts differently from the street I'm walking on, South Kingsway. Oh man, I do not need to wear this freaking spring jacket anymore. Oh man. It was chilly yesterday. I was freezing my hands off when I was waiting like 30 minutes for a 32 bus at Black Creek and Chiduri drives. Hey look, surgery and pathology, private dental or doctor's office. We made it. I think the part of Bloor between Jane and Royal York is something I haven't even filmed yet, and I probably won't even do that because of how long it is. But we made it, and now we're here at Bloor West Village. We live in a small village in a big city. Bloor West Village is actually the first business improvement area established in the country. Which I almost didn't know, actually. Let me go. And look at that, Jane Street's right there. I cannot believe it took this fast to get from Queensway all the way up here. Nice little dog here, by the way. I think this used to be a theater, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think they just demolished this last year or the year before. Gotta check Google Street View. I use it all the time. And here is the beginning and end of Jane Street. I did a walking video not too far from here in the Lambton Baby Point neighborhood. It was 2 weeks ago. Pizza. A lot of people say it's one of the worst pizzas to have, one of the worst pizza places to have in ever. But I've been growing up having pizza all my life, and it's not that bad in my experience. I think y'all are exaggerating. Ask Emily because she's a bit defiant about it. And most of the time, I didn't really need to cut my my last few walking videos. So this is a one take. So I'm proud of that. Oh, by the way, you guys remember the Ukrainian festival? This is where I actually met a viewer of my channel and a YouTube streamer who's pretty much like on and off catching up with me on subscribers. I don't know about yours truly, Lizzo C. Subscribe to her. Anyway, here we are at Jane Station, opened in 1968. And might as well keep this on too. Just walking into the subway station here. And also, Jane is one of these few stations where the bus platforms in the unpaid zone. So let's say like you're getting off the subway right here. You have to exit through the fare gates, and then you gotta tap your card on the buses. Same thing at Runnymede and Hyde Park stations, and I think Old Mill as well. And this is a subway station where I met, well actually we did some fanning with one of my viewers, and he has a child too, Japan TTC Explorer, back in September. It was after I met up with Lizzo and kind of did our thing together. Alright, eastbound trains, here we go. This is probably the train I missed. Damn it. Yep, it was. Oh, I'm going one stop anyway. I could continue this, but nah, I don't want to. We're just gonna end things off here. So, that being said, guys, yep, 4 minutes of the next train. I can't believe it took this fast just to get from Queensway all the way here. I'm just so surprised, but I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and definitely appreciate you all watching my other videos as well, especially the walking ones and others. And if you really enjoyed this video, as I always mention, I'm going to say, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. And if you want to support the channel, if you really like what I do, don't hesitate to leave your donations via Super Thanks or PayPal. So guys, stay tuned. As I mentioned, I'm very repetitive sometimes. Stay tuned for more, and all the best. Stay safe, stay cool. Is that a subway train I see coming at T1? It is. We'll just end it off with that. Alright, take care. Adios. Sayonara. Bye-bye. Peace out. Adios.